Well, so we are taking up today individual and group personal accident insurance. Individual and group personal accident insurance. See, currently over 1.5 lakh people died from road accidents in 2021. This number has increased maybe 1.6, 1.7 or 1.8 because during these 3 years the accident rate has increased at a very fast pace. So according to National Crime Record Bureau, data from 2021 shows that driving under the influence of drugs, alcohols contributed to only 1.9%. But the 462 lives in a day and 19 lives every hour died. In addition, 4,43,000 injured. So India is known to be a accident capital of the world. Accidents are taking place at a very speedy rate. Maybe because of the infrastructural deficit, negligence and risk, distractions, overloadings, lack of awareness. All these reasons are contributing to the road accidents. So this is one policy which is covering the accidental risk. Not only road accidents, every kind of accidents. So to cover individual persons against accidental death and disablement. Disablement may be of the nature of permanent, partial, temporary. If there is any accidental bodily injury that is covered under the policy. My voice is clearly audible to all of you? Anybody can confirm? Okay. So what we have developed a policy which is very simple, very planned, very automatic. If you are giving your 30 minutes only to this policy, you will understand how systematic policy this is. Because this very individual PA can be offered to any individual or family members. Family means self, spouse, dependent children and even dependent parents. So this is applicable from 1 year to 70 years. There is only one plan that is known as comprehensive, that is applicable only for 21 to 70 years. But otherwise all plans are applicable from 1 to 70 years. Now the special thing about this policy is, we have designed it in 3 policy terms. If the person wants, he can take a policy for 1 year, for 2 years and for 3 years at a time. Means if the person is paying the premium for 3 years, he can take it right now. Level of sum insured is fixed. Because the maximum sum insured, the insured can opt will be 120 times of his or her monthly income. 120 times means 10 years monthly income. 10 years monthly income means if he is in service, then the 10 years salary, or if he is in business, then the monthly income. There are 4 plans. A very simple plan. Type 1 basic plan, type 2 basic plus plan, type 3 advanced plan and type 4 comprehensive plan. Very systematic they are. How systematic they are, I will explain to you. And with each plan, the insured has got an option to select 5 available riders. We have got 5 riders. This is the choice of the insured to select any one of them or all of them. And these are hospital confinement allowance, accidental hospitalization cover, medical expenses reimbursement, modification of accommodation and vehicle, and terrorism. They are also very simple. But they are voluntary, optional. not mandatory. If insured want, he can choose. If he is not interested, none of them is compulsory. See how simple are the plans. First plan is basic plan. In this basic plan, only one risk is covered. And that risk is only accidental death. Means these plans are designed in a manner that the poorest person can also buy and richest person can also buy. If a person wants to pay very less premium, he can select basic plan. Only one risk, accidental death, is covered. But in all our 4 plans, we are providing 2 benefits free. Means they are with the coverage. No extra charge for them. If basic plan is selected, risk category covered is only accidental death. But along with it, transportation of mortal remains and children's education benefits are available without any extra cost. This is basic plan. Next plan is basic plus plan. Means one more risk is added. Here in this plan only 2 risks are covered. And 2 benefits are also part of the coverage. Because all benefits, both the benefits are in all the plans without any extra cost. So basic plan cover only one risk, that is accidental death. Basic plus plan cover accidental death and permanent total disablement. Only 2 risk categories. In advanced plan, that is third plan, 3 risks are covered. Accidental death, permanent total disablement, and permanent partial disability. 3 risks, advanced plan, and 2 benefits which are available in all the plans. And the biggest plan is comprehensive. That is our largest plan. Here in this plan, 4 risks are covered. Accidental death, permanent total disability, permanent partial disability, temporary total disability, and 2 benefits. Most simple and systematic plans. You don't need to remember them. Basic plan cover only 1 risk, basic plus cover 2 risks, advanced plan cover 3 risks, and comprehensive plan cover 4 risk categories. Both the benefits are common in all the plans. Now, what is in fact accidental death? In any personal accident policy of any general insurance company, accidental death is compulsory. In this case, company will pay 100% compensation of the sum insured to the nominee. And this risk is covered under all the plans. Either it is basic or basic plus or advanced or comprehensive. So the accidental death means 100% sum insured is payable to the nominee because the insured has died. Then permanent total disability, that is part of the basic plus plan. This permanent total disability is covered in 3 plans except basic. For permanent total disability, there are certain combinations. Here are 9 combinations given. Loss of 2 eye, loss of 2 hands, loss of 2 legs, loss of 1 eye, 1 hand, loss of 1 hand, 1 leg, like that. If the treating doctor certifies that the insured has suffered 100% permanent total disability, insurance company has to pay 100% sum insured of the PA policy. No reduction at all. Nothing can be deducted. And surprisingly, sometime permanent total disability could be more than 100%. How it is possible? Say, suppose some person met with an accident, and in the accident he lost one eye, one hand, one leg. So doctor can certify 150% permanent total disability. But the compensation payable can never be more than 100% of the sum insured. So this is permanent total disability. Permanent partial disability means disability is of the nature of permanency, means which is not recoverable, but not total. It is partial, and partial could be 5% or 95%. So all companies depends upon the medical certificate of treating doctor what percentage of permanent partial disability is certified. That disability depends upon the loss of parts, and for that medical science is applicable, but we are not concerned to know that. We are dependent upon the medical certificate. It could be 5%, it could be 2%, it could be 92%. Whatever percentage is decided, that what percentage you have to pay as per the policy compensation. Then comes temporary total disability. So wherever the word temporary is used, that means it is curable, it is recoverable over a period of time, whatever period of time it takes. In such a case, the compensation is paid as weekly payment, that is 1% of the capital sum insured per week. It could be maximum 50,000 rupees per week. This is temporary total disability. And then additional benefits. 2 benefits are there in all the 4 plans. And these 2 benefits are applicable in case of death, accidental death, and permanent total disability. So transportation of mortal remains means that the insured person died anywhere else in addition in place of his house. This policy is worldwide. Geographical area is worldwide. If the insured has gone to travel in New York, there he met with an accident and died. So to bring his mortal remains, to bring his dead body, the company will pay 5,000 or 2% of the sum insured, whichever is lower. And this is applicable to all the 4 plans because accidental death is covered in all the 4 plans. Another benefit is Children's Education Fund. This is applicable in case of accidental death or permanent total disability. This is one-time payment of 2% of the benefits under accidental death or permanent total disability. Up to first 2 children. In case of more than 2 children, company will pay to first 2 children only. 2% of the sum insured. Then comes the optional riders. Optional riders means if you are selecting, the benefit would be available. If you are not selecting, nothing will be paid. First one is hospital confinement allowance. If the insured suffers an accident, is hospitalized for the treatment, So for that period he will get 1000 rupees per day under this add-on cover if he is selecting. Rupees 1000 for each completed calendar day that insured person had to be hospitalized. But it cannot be more than 30,000. What does it mean? Means if the insured is hospitalized for 20 days, if this add-on cover is taken, he will get 20,000 rupees at the rate of 1000 rupees per day. But if he is hospitalized for 40 days, in that case he will get only 30,000 maximum. Second one is medical expenses reimbursement. This provides 4 options, and none of them is in the hands of the insured. If this add-on cover is taken, the benefit is paid out of the 4 options, whichever is lower. First one is 40% of the value of the claim. Second option is 10% of the capital sum insured. Third is rupees 5 lakh. Fourth is actual amount. Now whichever is lower, that will be paid. This is called medical expenses reimbursement. Third add-on is modification of residential accommodation and vehicles. Sometimes an accident, person is suffering such kind of injuries or disabilities, he has to get his house or vehicles modified. Say suppose the person has lost both the hands. Now he has to drive the two-wheeler. So if he is getting the vehicle modified and using the control of two-wheeler through legs or getting 2 additional wheels, so this kind of modification is required. Even in houses, suppose the person is not able to sit on the Indian seats, so western seat is required, or some slope is required, staircases he cannot climb. So for that purpose, this add-on cover will provide 50,000 rupees for modification of single residential accommodation, either or vehicle. And this is terrorism. Terrorism is a heinous crime. What people are doing? In case of terrorism, if the person is died, this will provide the coverage. Because this terrorism is not coming under the category of accident. This is a deliberate act. So for that, this additional add-on has to be selected. And the last one is accidental hospitalization cover. Accidental hospitalization cover. As a person is hospitalized, he will get the actual amount of expenses reimbursed under this add-on cover. So this is the good add-on cover. You can suggest while selling the policy. If during the period of insurance, insured person sustains bodily injury resulting from accident during the policy period and is hospitalized because of such accident on the advice of a medical practitioner, the medical cost is reimbursed. Necessary, usual, reasonable and customary cost will be reimbursed, except for there is a limit for room charges only. Now how the premium will be calculated? The premium of the policy is based on the 4 things. Out of the 4 plan, which plan is selected? What sum insured is chosen by the insured? What add-on rider is selected for himself? And what is the risk occupancy? Risk occupancy is a new term for you. PA premium is never charged on the basis of the age of the insured. It is charged on the basis of the occupation or business or nature of job of the insured. So there are three categories. First category is known as the risk category 1, that is the low risk category, where the persons working at such a place where the chances of accidents are very rare, but their premium rate will be lower. Say for example, doctors, lawyers, architects, consulting engineers, teachers, bankers, they always work on the safe place. People engage in administrative functions. So their premium rate is also low, because basic fund of the insurance is lower is the risk, lower is the premium rate. Higher is the risk, higher is the premium rate. Second category is medium risk. Means the people who are working in the field. Maybe driver, veterinary doctors, engineers, builders, professional athletes, sportsmen. So for them the risk is little higher. They are under the medium risk category. Their PM is also a little higher. Third one is heavy risk. People who are engaged in very risky jobs, like jockey, circus personnel, mountaineers, sportsmen, ice hockey players, polo players, they are engaged in very risky jobs. So their premium rate is high. They are on the heavy risk category. Now this is the premium chart. Premium chart is applicable to all the 4 plans for all the 3 risk occupancies. Risk category 1 is lower, premium rate would be lower. Risk category 3 is heavy risk, premium will be higher. So this is applicable to all the plans. Now for additional riders also there is a separate premium. Hospital confinement only 200 rupees per person. Accidental hospitalization cover as per table, because the limit has to be selected. Medical expenses reimbursement 10%. Notification 15 rupees per person only. And terrorism 5% of the base rate. Now this accidental hospitalization cover, here the limit can be selected. It can be 10,000, it can be 5 lakh. And premium is also not very high. But if you are giving this add-on cover to your customers, you can get a handsome amount of premium. Because it depends upon the groups. Suppose the people are selecting 5 lakh rupees as accidental hospitalization cover, and maybe the people belonging to risk 2, so 260 rupees per person would be applicable. Now, if the policy is taken for 2 years, there is a provision of long-term discount of 5%. And if it is for 3 years, 10% discount you can give. Direct discount is 15%. Now the condition is, all PA policies of all the general insurance companies are named policies. Named means the detail of the insured, age, address, nominee, that is all taken in the proposal form. It cannot be issued for unnamed person. And nomination is also must. Because in case of death, if nomination is not there, insurance company is not going to pay claim to any person. Maybe wife or children, still the company will not pay. Because company don't know. You may claim I am wife or I am son, but company don't know you. Unless there is a name in the nomination. Blasting underground mining and sea-related works are excluded from the coverage. Now, if you are giving a group policy, group PA policy, few things are different. First, inbuilt terrain cover is there, but this will be given on asking only. It's free of cost, no charge is there. But if you issue a bond, then only it is there. Second, no long-term policy. Group PA policy is only for 1 year. So there is no long-term discount also. If this group PA policy is given to any school, college or university, then the education benefit is not applicable. They are already students. All the group people should be of sound mental and physical health at the time of taking the policy. But the special feature of this policy is, since this is a group policy, it is not compulsory that throughout the currency of the policy period, the same number of people remain covered. There may be additions, there may be deletions. Suppose you have given to some bank employees, 1,000 employees. Now bank people may be transferred or retired or new people have joined. So there are additions, there are deletions. So for that purpose, pro rata basis adjustment is always there. And the special feature of this policy is geographical area is worldwide. You can take the policy from Jaipur, Delhi, Mumbai. You can travel across the world. The risk is covered. 24/7. Even if the accident occurred midnight or at early morning, the risk is covered. Now, GPA is for the similar types of persons or jobs. Groups should not be created for the insurance. It has to be pre-existing. Only for the taking of the insurance, if a group is created, then the person will not be given, because the similar type of person will not be there. If you are giving to any high school, IT company, members of political party, they are similar type of persons. So group should have minimum 7 members as per IRDAI. You can give the group policy for them. Now, IPA premium does not depend upon the age or gender. Male, female, or 40 years or 30 years or age banded, nothing to do. It is according to the occupancy. If the non-earning person is there, who is not earning anything, still the PA policy can be given up to the 5 lakh rupees. And his wife is also required to be covered, then 50% of the sum insured for wife. And for children, 25% of the sum insured. But in GPA policy, we do not approve proposal having sum insured more than 2 crore individually. Though the maximum limit is there. 120 months income, 10 years income. So in GPA policy, you don't ask for the income proof. There is no chance of moral hazard in the named policies, so named policies are issued. Even if you are giving to a group A and the list of the entire group is taken. In case of GPA, nominee details is mandatory. Name, date of birth, designation, all these things are required. Now, policy does not cover the risk of snake bite, insect bite, animal bite, drowning, or use of pesticides, poisonous substance, unless it is confirmed in the VISTA report. But murder is covered. Murder is covered in IPA if it is not provoked or not provoked by nature. It is covered. Normally murder is not provoked, it is always sudden. So the claim procedure of the company is very simple. Toll-free numbers are there, coverage is there, policy is very simple, as you have just seen. Very systematic for coverage plans are there. Basic plan, basic plus plan, advanced plan, comprehensive plan. Coverage system is only one risk cover, accidental death. Basic plus two risk covers, accidental death and permanent total disability. Advanced plan, three risk covers, accidental death, permanent total disability and permanent partial disablement. Comprehensive, four risk covers, even temporary total disability is covered. Premium calculation is simple. Premium chart is there. Optional riders are there. Insured can select any rider. Policy can be taken for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. Premium will be based on these things. Premium chart is the same for group and individual PA. Rates are simple. Rates are per milli, per thousand. Say suppose comprehensive plan is there. The risk category is 1, that is normal risk. So the rate is only 1.473. Rates are very competitive in the market. Policy is sellable. You can sell the policy with riders. You can suggest riders to every issue. You can give the option to select the medical expenses limit. Because for groups, it is always advisable to select a rider. There the medical expenses will be covered automatically. Discount also you can give, but group policy can be given for 1 year only. Terrorism risk is inbuilt, no long-term policy. For students, no education benefits. Geographical area is worldwide. Addition deletions are permitted. Whenever there are additions or deletions, intimation can be given to the branch. They'll pass on endorsements. Premium is subject to adjustment at the end of the year. If it is refundable, premium will be refunded. So this is the simple policy of PNBP. Now if you have any doubts, you can ask. Any questions? Any doubts? Any questions? This is the most sellable policy, no doubt. Yes. Huh? Pardon? No, that is fixed. 1,000 rupees per day, and the maximum payable is only 30,000. Even if the person is hospitalized for 40 days, the expenses payable are only 30,000. But if the person is admitted for 20 days only or 25 days, he will get at the rate of 1,000 rupees per day. So there is no system of enhancement under this advance cover. The enhancement limit you can select only in that medical expenses rider, where the limit is up to 5 lakh. Here you can select. This is accidental hospitalization cover. This choice is here. Sure, I'll send. Any other doubts, any other questions? So friend, just check your mail ID if you have received the test paper. Anybody can confirm?